Hi, my lovely people. It's been a long one, but I still got to react. When the streets are a-rocking, boom, boom, comes a knocking with the Stormiana reactions, baby. So I cannot let this day go past without reacting to this one. Now, we know Olivia has been dull and boring, which we'll talk about that in what she's doing on Facebook in another video, because we want to talk about all the paperwork that has hit the YouTube streets today. Baby, Olivia, not your attorney fired you. Not your attorney fired you, girl. Ooh wee. So we're going to jump right into it. Okay, the last that we seen on the case, because we're waiting for paperwork to come in. With all of this, paparazzi stalker crap going on, it may be a while. Olivia have asked to have paperwork private, and rightfully so, because of all that messy business and all that jazz, right? But the last we seen, okay, the mall cop and security, the cop also that was called, it was a 911 tape that is going to be issued. They pulled the video from the mall that was issued into evidence. They're going to have the cop that responded to the call. That's all going to be out here. So that's what we know. We know that someone, we ain't going to say someone because we know who, called 911 and they spoke to everyone. And like I've said before, if a cop was called and they spoke to everybody in the situation and someone is alluding to the fact that they were assaulted, because Olivia said she was pushed, she was mushed, she was mollywopped up and down the streets, of the mall, right? Of the mall parking lot in front of Santa, the elves, and the reindeers. Ho, 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 oh my, all right? That's what she claimed. So, obviously, none of that happened because no one was arrested. So now the cop is coming to give his statement. That is the last that we heard until today, baby. Ooh, not until today, honey. Now it's out, right? That Olivia, her attorney, has went and asked for dissolution of being representation for Olivia. Now, a lot of people have been inboxing me and was like, Storm, we need your intake. We need you to break it down. So I'm going to tell y'all, this is what happened. I've had a court case before where I was not happy with my attorney representation, okay? I'm not going to lie. I had got into some trouble. We all know I had a battery. They automatically assigned me a public defender. I wanted to hire my own. I brought my own attorney in, and I did not know until I hired my attorney that there actually has to be a court process of going in and making a dissolution of the old attorney, making a statement saying, I no longer want this representation. Instead, I want this one. So this paper is a formal act that they're saying that they no longer want to represent Olivia anymore. They do not want to be contacted about her case, to not send it over to them. They're not working on it. The main lawyer of the, building, let's just say that, put the dissolution in. But she also included all of her colleagues, meaning you can't be hired by this law firm whatsoever. Not me, not my associates, not anybody at all. Okay, so let's stick with the paperwork. The paperwork said that they have tried to reach out to Olivia numerous times. They have served her with paperwork letting her know that they no longer wanted to represent her. And let me just tell you, there's only two reasons that this will happen when an attorney will step forward and say, I don't want to represent you. Number one, it would be if you withheld evidence or testimony from your attorney, meaning we all know that you have, attorney privilege, that you can go in and you can say anything to your attorney, and once they're paid, they have to still represent you, even if they know you're guilty. Number two, lack of payment. That's the easiest way to say it. If you don't pay them and they're trying to collect their money, especially with Olivia having all these court cases, I'm pretty sure they've done some work that they have not been paid for, and they're here to collect. They want their money, and they're like, hey, we put this time in. So I'm pretty sure that it could be both of these. With Olivia, it could be both. Number one, Olivia is making it a lot hard to represent her out here in these streets, right? Her attorneys are having to work a lot of overtime for the BS that she does. I'm pretty sure what has happened is Olivia has not paid her attorney. She's probably, like we heard when, Fifi made that phone call, on some kind of payment arrangement, right? They take on your case. They tell you, hey, guess what? This case that we're doing, this family court case, is going to cost you $2,000. But up front, we're going to need $1,000. Then the rest will make, on payments. So I'm going to guess they've been representing Olivia for free. Now Olivia comes up with this restraining order and this so-called assault, and they are, because they're her attorneys, right? They're able to get all the evidence in the case. So let's just take a look. They get to see the 911 call. They got to see the video. They got to hear Olivia talk on her live and all the evidence that Gerard entered. And I'm pretty sure they looked at it and they said, OMG, this is a loaf of crap. I want out of it. I don't want to have to represent her. Because of the fact that they're on paper as her attorney, they still have to show up. That's what a lot of people don't know. When you have an attorney, whether you pay them or not, you get a subpoena, your attorney gets a subpoena. So that's why they have to step in front of a judge and say, hey, I no longer want anything with this case. They have to do an action. It makes them not only be out of time, but it makes an attorney be out of a lot of money, because they can't sign up for a case and then just walk away from it. They have to actually do their own court proceedings to get away from that person. So Olivia has cost them time, money, and energy. I'm pretty sure they took a look at all this evidence, right, of this next case that Olivia has opened up, and the fact that her attorney has had to do some work on this case, because we've seen the paperwork and we see that the attorney that actually went for the dissolution in front of the court has actually, had to subpoena some evidence, had to, put down that they were above 18 and they wanted to see the case and that they would be there in person. They got subpoenaed to appear. So Olivia did appear with an attorney for January 6th, but they probably then told her, hey, listen, when are you going to pay us? We've been trying to get a hold of you, girl. We need our money. And Olivia probably was like, I'm that bitch. Like, I can't do it. I'm behind in child support and I'm being assaulted, playing that victim. And they was like, okay, well, honey, while we at this courthouse, we going to get some stuff drawn up and we going to get off your case. And they probably have reached out to her, like they said in the paperwork, numerous times about their payment and about their case and about everything going on. And she did not respond, meaning she didn't show up with that check. Okay. So they dissed and they dismissed her. Boy, oh boy. A lot of people are saying, Storm, what does this mean now? What this means now is Olivia has a case that she brought in front of the court, right? She went down, she got the restraining order. She brought it in front of the court. She broke the rules of getting a restraining order by placing, things that has to do with family court into a restraining order, something that had already been sentenced on. So no matter what the case may be, Olivia has to hire someone. Olivia, it says clearly on all documents that she needs to appear with an attorney. Now that this attorney has freaking, flew the coop and left her, she's going to have to go out and get another one, which we probably won't see her be able to do that to the 21st of the month. She'll walk into some, pay by night, fly by the seat of pants attorney and say, hey, if I give you $200-300, will you show up to court with me and help me with this, restraining order thing? They'll probably take on a restraining order or something of that nature. And Olivia will lose because right now we know she can't afford to pay an attorney that has an actual establishment, right? She can't walk in and get an attorney that has 3 or 4 attorneys sitting in the same office like she once had. She can't go and get someone who actually has a paralegal or an assistant. She needs somebody who's got a receptionist and is located out their house, right? That's working on a Facebook ad or something. So that's what she'll go do. Now, Olivia has now got something that she can go in front of the judge and say, hey, I need a continuance, I need a continuance, I need a continuance, until she can find an attorney, because it clearly states she has to appear with an attorney. So she'll have some time to, draw it out, drag it out, and do whatever it is that Olivia does, only in Olivia's fashion. But the judge will give a cap of probably 30 days for her to find an attorney. Keep in mind, this is probably one reason why Olivia is not posting as much as she possibly could, because she needs to get in front of the judge and say, look, this is all that I'm bringing in. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure this judge is probably tired of hearing how broke she is and then watching her videos brag about her being that bitch, right? He's probably like, girl, you can't pay nothing. You can't pay for an attorney. You can't pay for no child support. You can't buy your kids no crayons. I mean, come on. Maybe you need to go out and get you a real job or something, because YouTube ain't cutting it for you. Olivia, YouTube is not cutting it for you. Is that why you out here trying to, advertise on multiple platforms? But y'all, let me tell you, When I tell you this girl can make up any excuse and play victim, that is what she's doing now. She's going to probably say they didn't represent her right or some odd crap. But at the end of the day, you can always ask the attorney. The judge can still call the attorney. And I'm pretty sure down in some of the paperwork that, it's out there, but it all hasn't been read. It's going to probably say lack of payment. I'll go look it up and I'll let you guys know. But I wanted to check in and I wanted to give my spin and my reaction to it. The bottom line is Olivia is broke. And she's a joke. Olivia is broke as a joke, and she is a joke. She is the joke of the YouTube streets. Her and her best friend, they need to stick together and kumbaya and come up with some excuse. Because, baby, this here ain't working. Y'all, I can't wait to see what y'all got to say down in the comments below. Because, baby, I can't stop laughing. I'll see y'all down there.